everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Deal Hound Club. I am so sorry I've been checked out. It is not for any other reason than, well, there's a couple good reasons actually. I went to Mexico for a week, and I still kept an eye on Facebook Marketplace. But I gotta tell you guys, in the last 2 to 3 weeks, there has been crap for deals on Marketplace. And I'm not going to just post up deals just so that you guys can have something to look at and I can have episodes to click on. So that's not how I do things, and so I didn't want to do that to you guys. I won't do that to you guys. So I'm not going to post videos unless I find some deals. And there's got to be a good half dozen deals before I'll post a video, because one or two deals are just not going to cut it. And obviously, a lot of these deals have gone because it's been a couple of weeks. And obviously, if it's a good deal, it goes pretty quick. I believe we ended ours somewhere around here in the last that last episode before I headed to Mexico. And I got to tell you, it's been tough. It's been tough, and that just goes to show you everything has its ups and downs. And don't pull the trigger on buying something just because because you need to make some money. It ain't worth it. Just sit and wait and be patient, and deals will come. And here I'm going to show you a couple now that were here that actually I'll go through a couple of them that have already sold, and I explain why these were good deals. Obviously, these old Ram Chargers are always sought after. They're about as popular as the Blazers and Broncos of the era. And this is a good clean one. It was pretty rust free, if I remember right. Needed some work, but it was pretty rust free, and the price was right, $2,200. I think it didn't run or hadn't ran in a while or something like that. But getting a rust free body like that is getting pretty hard to find on these Ram Chargers. This one sold. This one was a good deal because it was a diesel. This was a old 12 valve Cummins, and the motor itself is worth that much. So getting that 12 valve Cummins in the whole truck like that, there was some problems with the truck if I remember right, but $3,500 for the whole truck. That was a steal. That was a steal of a deal. I'm not sure whoever bought that was going to part it out or not, but I had personally been looking for a 12 valve Cummins to do a swap in a truck that I have, and so I spotted that one. Unfortunately, this is one of those that I spotted while I was in Mexico, so I wasn't able to jump on it, and of course the deal was gone by the time I got home. I still like these 3/4 ton Suburbans with the 8.1s in them. This was a good deal. This one sold really quick. This was in Kanab, Utah. Because it was under $5,000 with less than 200,000 miles, and it was really clean, guys. This one was pretty clean. I did have some questions on this one, like it was missing the fender, the wheel well skirt on the driver's side. This is another one that popped up when I was in Mexico. My wife likes these 3/4 ton Suburbans. I was thinking about buying it, and if you notice, see how it's shiny right here on the door and not shiny on here. So something had been done to this front end. I don't know. This looked a little hinky. This looked a little hinky. So I wanted to see it in person. Wanted to talk to them. Of course, it sold before I got back from Mexico. These regular cabs are becoming highly sought after. But man, this one for $7,700. I only saved this one not to tell you guys about it. I just wanted to see how fast it would sell, and it sold fast. These single cabs are highly sought after, and they're becoming quite the collector piece. But man, I was shocked with 287,000 miles or 280,000 that it still sold for $7,700. So. They could have talked it down. I don't know, but that's what they had it listed for. This one was another deal. Dead gum. This one happened. I didn't spot this one until I was in Mexico again. I was like, darn it. But this one was a Duramax swapped Suburban, but it needed work, and I was a little concerned about how much work it needed, and so I didn't like need to jump on this one, but it would have been cool to grab. Only 15 grand. That's a really good deal, and I think we'll go to there here. So this one, I just wanted to. That was saved for something else. I was looking at just the market on those. This one was a really good deal for 3,500. A crew cab short bed, really hard to beat. It was posted, and I think it sold within 24 hours of posting it. There was a problem with that driver's door. The door pins usually go out, but there's a kit to fix that. So um, that was a good deal. 3,500, pretty rust free, crew cab short bed. So we will start with this Honda Element, but I'll jump over to these two that are sold here. This one was a really good deal, if I remember right, because this was a true SS. Yeah, it was a true SS car. Kind of interesting. It was involved in a bank robbery in the 70s. Um, and I don't know. If the original motor, transmission, and front seats are gone. See that I didn't post this one because I thought it was a good deal. Well, it's an okay deal, but I just wanted to see how fast it would sell. 15 grand with no drivetrain. So it sold. So this one's literally sold in a couple of days. So if this one would be great if you already had a motor and transmission, or if you had a true SS that was completely rusted out, and you wanted to start over and move everything over to this one. I could see that working. I was just kind of curious how fast that one would sell. This one here was a really good deal. Somebody had put I think they swapped out the motor or something, and had been swapped to a 401, 403. It's a 50-year-old car. I don't know. Somebody had done something to this, done a motor swap, but it's a good-looking car, and it was 4 grand. So that was a good deal. I figured on this one. See, that looks like a Pontiac motor to me. So I think this is a Pontiac. Could be a Pontiac 400 in here. But anyway, this was a good deal. If you can, if this was a running driving car, it didn't need much. It was a decent looker. This one easily could sell for $7,500, and I think he had it listed at 4. So yeah, I mean there was room in here to make some money. Okay, so now we'll start this episode, and we'll start it right here with the Honda Element. Again, guys, I'm a little taken back at the lack of deals. This one is an okay deal. He does have a title, but it was an abandoned vehicle. He says it runs, but it needs a clutch, if I remember right. So this one needs a clutch, and it was all-wheel drive. I did message him just out of curiosity, and it is an all-wheel drive car. So these all-wheel drives with around 200,000 miles, they're going for $3,500 to $4,500. And so if you can pick it up for here, and if you can do a clutch swap yourself, you're looking at like $300 to do a clutch. If you need to take it in somewhere, you could probably get it done for, I don't know, $700-800 all in. So you're still ahead, and you still can make some money on it. Anyway, I was just kind of curious on that and see what it was going to bring, but that's a good deal. This one is an okay deal. This is 73 Lincoln. The only reason I saved this one is because it's a 2-door. These early 70s Lincoln Continentals with a 2-door are extremely rare, and they're getting really hard to find. This one's rough. It needs a lot of work. It needs full restoration. I don't think I would do the full restoration, but I would definitely do some interior work on this. I bet you could clean this up, do some interior work on it. See this interior. I mean, the whole dash is shot. Everything's shot on this thing. I think I would just recover the seats, power wash the carpet, detail the heck out of it as much as you can, and I bet you could probably ask $65 for it. maybe even 80, 65 to 85. But man, it's not a smoking deal because, again, those luxury barges are kind of getting, they're hard to find, but the market is really slow on those. They always have been. This is a really good deal, especially if you've already got a motor. Unfortunately, this guy, the motor is shot on this one. I actually talked to this guy, talked to him on the phone, and the reason I did is because that I was telling you guys I wanted to put a 12 valve in one of my trucks. Well, one of my trucks is an F-150. It's this exact same truck, but my truck has got 300,000 miles on it, and the motor's getting tired. So I was thinking about doing a 12 valve swap in it. I've seen it done before. He hit a deer, so it needs a front end. But again, this truly is an 85,000 mile truck. He dropped a valve, and the valve went through the piston, and so it does need a motor. And I actually have a motor for this thing with about 100,000 miles. And so I'm tempted to go buy this one. I think I may snatch this one up if it sits here for too much longer. 2,500 bucks. I already have a motor sitting around that I was going to put in my truck, but I really want to do the 12 valve, so I may just throw it into this, fix that front end, and this could easily sell for $10,000 again. So he's already put all new shocks, all new brakes, new tires, new wheels. He's done all that to the truck, and then it dropped a valve on him. So anyway, that's a good deal. Okay, so we'll go to the next one. This GTO. Okay, so this one was interesting because one, it's a 6-speed. Two, it's under 100,000 miles. And three, it's a rare blue one. So these are getting pretty hard to find. It does have a little bit of damage, I believe, on the back bumper. Yeah. So back bumper needs to be replaced, obviously. But still, $8,000 for under 100,000 miles, and it is the 6-speed, so I think that's a smoking deal. I think that you could easily flip that one and make some money on that. That would be a good deal. Okay, so let's move on to the next one. Oh, sorry, wrong button. This is not a good deal. I don't know why I saved this one. I think I saved. This is another one. Sometimes I save them just to watch them, see how fast they sell. 12. I don't know, 12,000. I don't know. I'm a little torn. I am not a fan. I don't know if you guys. I don't know how old you guys are that are watching this, but in '93. Nobody liked the Dodge pickups. I don't understand why these Gen 1 Dodge pickups are going for so much. The wiring sucked on them. The body build sucked on them. The interior sucked on them. Everything sucked about these trucks. The only thing that was good on these things was the Cummins. And now all of a sudden these Gen 1s are some of the most sought after trucks out there. I don't get it. Freaking flatbed looks weird. I don't know. It's just sitting on this thing weird. I don't know. There's just a lot of weird stuff on this truck. Again, I think I saved it just to see how fast it would go. 250,000 miles, and it's an automatic. It's a single, or it is a crew or extended cab. So I wanted to see if it would make a difference. Anyway, don't worry about that one. Okay, this one here is a decent deal if you're looking for a truck. This is one of those trucks that you're not going to make a lot of money on. I've talked about this before. If you want a truck that you can drive for 2 years and sell it for the same price you paid for it, this would be it. This is an 8.1 with only 139,000 miles on it. You could easily drive this and drive it up to 170,000 miles and still get the same price. I don't feel like you're going to make much more than that. You may be able to squeeze $1,000 out of this thing. Talking down to 9,000, list it for 10.5. To me, that's not worth it. But if I'm looking for a truck and don't want to lose money while I drive one, this would be the one. Good 8.1. It's a good clean truck. I believe he said he's keeping the the topper. If I remember right, was this the one he wanted to keep the topper? No, this is a different one. Sorry. Um, anyway, sorry. Literally, I've watched hundreds of these um, listings. I've gone through hundreds of these listings in the last couple of weeks. So, guys, bear with me on some of these. But this one is oh, it does have the transfer tank in the bed. That's right. I do remember that. Which I don't know how you get to that with the topper on the bed. That was a little weird. Where is that? Yeah, so it's here, but I don't know. The window doesn't open. I don't think. Anyway, it'd be kind of a pain in the butt to fill that. Maybe it's a sliding window on this side, and you can just have to reach way in. But anyway, this is one of those trucks. Again, you could literally buy it and put 10, 20,000 miles on it and sell it for the same price you got in it. Okay, let's see. You know how I feel about these D21s, guys. These D21s are highly sought after. I think they're going to continue to go up in value. If you can find you a clean one, this is not a clean one, but if you can find clean ones, and buy them and hold, I think they're going to continue to go up. This one is not clean, but it's not bad. I mean, you can see it has a crack here. I don't know what it looks under the dash looks like. Personally, I like the 90. Oh, I'm going to mess this up. I think it was 93. Maybe it was a 95 where they updated the dash. I really like the updated dash on these. A lot of people like the square dashes. That's cool too. Honestly, I don't care less. I like them both. If I can get a good deal on one, I mean, it's not going to deter me. But one, this guy's got crappy pictures. It's literally the worst camera phone I've ever seen. I don't know if he's taking this with a freaking iPhone 1 or what, but this is terrible. But it's relatively rust free. It kind of looks dent free. Anyway, if you can snag these, if I remember right, this one was a 4-cylinder too. Yeah, the 4-cylinder. That's my favorite engine. That Z24 motor just never dies. These things are tough, tough, tough. And fun trucks. So if you need like a hunting rig or something to go get wood, this would be a great truck for that. 1950, I believe he's about $1,500 too shy on that. I believe this truck would sell for $3,500 the way it sits. So, so if you wanted to grab this and do a slow restore on something like this, you can get more money for these, and I think they're going to continue to go up. You're not going to lose. Let's see here. Oh, that trailer's for me, not for nobody else. Don't nobody go buy this. I'm thinking about buying this one. So I don't know. This was a little weird to me. I just wanted to look at this close to see what this little center weirdness was all about. Never seen one like this, but it looks pretty lightweight. Again, I got a half-ton truck, so I kind of like lightweight trailers. I did want to measure the width. I think it was the width, just to make sure I could put full-size truck on there. Anyway, $4,800 for an all-aluminum trailer. That's not terrible. So I was looking at that. Anyway, going back to what we were looking at, 74 Dodge Dart Swinger with a 318. So this is a V8 car. Does have a little bit of work that is needed, but I'm telling you, $2,800. I'm sure you could talk them down to 25, maybe even $2,000. If it was me, that's a good buy. That's a good buy. So, anything like this that's running and driving, that's a 2-door from the late 60s, early 70s, they're going for $5,000 running and driving. So, get this thing running. Obviously, fix your ball joints, and do a little bit of work on this one. But you can have yourself a pretty cool little ride there, a little hot rod, for pretty cheap. Again, this one's for me. Like I told you about the F-150, I thought about scratching the F-150 and just buying this and putting the Cummins in this thing. I think that would be sick. 8,900 is kind of high. but is it going to be high with a Cummins in it? And 10 years down the road, I think these are going to do nothing but go up. So I'm going to probably kick myself in 10 years going, why didn't I just pay 8,900 for it? I don't know. We'll see. I'm just looking right now. I'm thinking about it, but who knows? I mean, making it. If you hear that I'm taking a trip to Billings, that would be why. Going to pick this thing up. I'm half tempted to go do that. Anyway, thinking about it. Thinking about it. All right, this is a good deal here. This is only got 160. Most of these are already ragged out. They got over 200,000 miles on them. I know this is only a 6.2 XL, but it is 4-wheel drive. It does have the rear locker option. This is literally one of the toughest drivetrains you can get in a Super Duty. And when I say tough, I'm talking about longevity. I'm talking about very little problems. The 6.2 is known workhorse. The 6-speed transmission is a known workhorse with very little issues. So if you want an extended cab short bed, this one was already plumbed for natural gas too. I thought that was a little bonus. If somebody wanted to play with natural gas, I don't know. I never messed with it. So I thought that'd be kind of cool to mess with. But again, $7,500. I don't think you can go wrong with that. I think it's a good deal. All right. Let's see. This one. So this one sold. Just to give you a comparable, this one sold. This is a platinum, of course, crew cab. Huge difference. Newer. I mean, it's the aluminum body one, but it was 30 grand, and this one literally sold within like 3 or 4 days, if I remember right. This is one I was seriously looking at buying myself and driving for the winter and then selling it next year. And I thought 30 grand was a fair price, but I just don't know if it would be worth that next year. And so I didn't go get this one, but yeah, it sold pretty quick. But it is a platinum, so that was a good deal. It was a platinum, or sorry, no, it's an XLT. Where did I come up with platinum? It's an XLT, but it does have leather interior. Yeah, it had leather interior. So anyway, and it had the center console and all that stuff. So I thought this was a pretty fair price. These Super Duties are getting ridiculous, getting hard to find. This one I saved again for more for me. I just wanted to see because it's kind of low mileage and it is a manual transmission. I want to see how fast this one will go for. At 13.5, I'm a little surprised it's been on here for 5 weeks and hasn't moved. So it could be because it's not stock. I don't know. I'm watching this one. I don't know if this is a true sport. I don't know if it is, but it does have has the leather seats. That's the other bonus. It had leather seats in it, and it does have the sport bumper in the front. So I'm just kind of curious what this will go for. Let's see, and just as a comparable, I wanted to see a bone stock one. This one was pretty stock, pretty clean, 92,000 original miles. And man, this one was a clean one owner, but it is an automatic. That was the only downfall in that thing. If it was a 6-speed, yeah, I think it would have sold already probably. But he's asking every bit of money. There's not room on this one. This is not a recommend to buy, guys, but I just wanted to see how long it would take to have that one sold. And of course, asking all the money sometimes takes a while to get it sold. Skip the crate motor. I was just kind of curious. It's brand new I'll just show it to you. It's brand new in the crate, and these sell for about 10 grand. He's got it listed for 8,500. Just wanted to see how long that would take to sell, because I know where a bunch of them are in a crate. The guy would sell to me at a discount, so I wanted to see. This one was, I saved this one just because it's really unique. It is weird because this is a Ford flat fender, an original 42 Ford flat fender, but it just has some weird stuff to it. I mean, I've never seen this. I don't know if these are added fenders. Maybe you guys can tell me. I've never seen one like this. I've never seen this tub like this either. This is either an aftermarket tub or somebody's cut this and added this, because this should not be like this. There should be a hump right here. And obviously the sidewall shouldn't go this high. This is almost like a FJ40 back end. I don't know what the heck is going on with this thing. I'm surprised that he didn't. I thought he was going to mention it in the ad, but he didn't say anything about it. This is definitely not a true 42 Willys Ford script. You know, this is not, those aren't the red headlights. But I think the base is. I think the base of the vehicle is a true 42 flat fender Ford script. And if it truly is a Ford script, it's worth every bit of the 2200. Especially the fact that it runs. And then you could find you another tub. I don't know. This is just all weird. I've never seen anything like that. But to get a running, driving Ford script for $2,200 is really good deal. And then obviously they didn't come with roll bars. They didn't come with this weird funky thing. But you'd have to find you another tub. But you know, just having the running, driving drivetrain would put you miles ahead on a restore. So I still think that's a good deal. All right, guys, that's what I found this week. Hope you guys find something out there. And again, if you guys are looking for anything, or if you want me to hunt for something specific for you guys, feel free to post it or send me a message. Let me know, and I'll do my best to find it. Thanks, guys. I'll talk to you later. Bye.